Hey guys, John Rettinger from TechnoBuffalo here. Today, February 15th, Steve Ballmer and Associates took the center stage at Mobile World Conference in Barcelona, Spain, and unveiled to the world the next version of Windows Mobile, which is officially being called Windows Phone 7 Series. Get used to that name because you're going to be hearing it quite a bit. It's a little bit long. Windows Phone 7 Series is the name of Microsoft's next mobile operating system. If you see me look down, it's because I got some notes in front of me. The conference just ended. Let's go over some of the recaps. First and foremost, this is not a update to the 6.5 or Windows Mobile 6.0 or Windows Phone series that you've seen. This is a complete code rework from the ground up. We've seen sort of very similar looking Windows Mobile since, well, the Pocket PC days of years past. And then we had Windows Mobile 5, Windows Mobile 6, and they all looked relatively similar. This is a complete, utter rework with an entirely new design and user interface. So first, we've got Xbox Live and Zune integration, which is quite nice. They're all sort of done with these new tile interface. And they're calling these live tiles or smart tiles. Essentially what they are little widgets that update in real time. So you can have tiles for Facebook updates, or you could have tiles for email. It's sort of these new way to interact with the phone. These little tiles are customizable and you can scroll vertically and you can add as many as you'd like. You can add tiles for your friends and family. If, let's say you got a girlfriend's on Facebook, you can have her own tile and as she updates her Facebook profile, the tile picture is going to change. You'll see some images and I'll put them up as I'm talking about what the home screen looks like so you can get a sense of what it's going to be when you interact with the device. It's really got a lot of social networking integration built into this tile interface. So I'm a bit skeptical as to how much information you can actually get on one home screen. There's going to be a lot of vertical scrolling, which may be good or bad depending on what you think, but you'll be doing that vertical scrolling on a capacitive multi-touch enabled screen natively, which should be a big plus for Windows Mobile fans. The past gone will be the resistive sort of squishy touchscreens, so you can throw those extra styluses out. You'll now be rocking a capacitive screen like the iPhone and Android and even BlackBerry community has for some time. So let's talk a little bit more about these tiles. Like I mentioned, they're sort of standalone widgets that'll update in real time, obviously via an internet connection. And they'll always be able to give you information as it's coming through. So your email will update, your Facebook will update, Twitter, and it sort of brings all these things together, all of the emails and all the contact lists that you get from work email, or your corporate email, personal, and all your social networking. Think of it similar to Palm Synergy on WebOS. That's also present throughout the new Windows Phone 7 series. If you've seen what the Zune HD interface looks like, that's very similar to what the menu system of Windows Phone 7 series is going to look like, which I was a big fan of. I really liked the Zune HD interface. It was very smooth, list-based, and it worked very well. And I think we're going to see sort of that same working very well into Windows Mobile, Windows Phone 7 series. No more start menu, no more sort of lists that you saw on the home screen where just a bit of icons. You're now going to get a very immersive, interactive environment, which is quite nice. Microsoft is also going to put a much tighter control over the hardware and software. So there are going to be minimum requirements that each vendor is going to have to meet in order to run the new operating system. So you're going to see a certain level of performance amongst all the phones, which will be quite nice. On the downside, if you're a fan of TouchFlow 3D or TouchWiz or any other user interface that has been put on top of Windows Mobile in the past, you're going to be disappointed because Microsoft is going to be no longer allowing custom skins on the UI. So depending on what you think about the new operating system, that's either a good or a bad thing. Sort of on the positive end, you're going to always get the same experience from phone to phone. Certainly the form factor might vary, whether or not it's got a QWERTY keyboard, a physical keyboard, or whatever it might be. The experience is going to be relatively similar, which I think people may like. There's some other cool integration they have. You can have all your photos from the web and on your device sort of come into one, harkening back to that sort of Palm Synergy type thing. It's everything Microsoft kept saying, your whole life on your phones. Everything that you do online in the digital world will sort of be integrated right into your phone. It's sort of nice looking package. You'll be able to sync over Wi-Fi, which is another sort of cool feature. There's also, sort of probably most importantly, a completely new browser, a new version of Internet Explorer or Mobile Internet Explorer that's based off the desktop version, which is multi-touch enabled. It finally looks like Microsoft has built a very capable browser, one that can compete with the iPhones and the Androids of the world. They showed it off in a few videos and it looked to be very, very nice. There's no mention of Flash support, although it will not be supported for some time, but Adobe and Microsoft have both said that Flash will come to Windows Phone 7 series. So overall, it looks to be a complete and radical departure from Windows Mobile of the past. I think it's a very bold move by Microsoft. Primarily, Windows Mobile had been geared at professionals. It was aimed at sort of the enterprise crowd. I think Microsoft perhaps realized that that crowd was being diluted by a ton of different operating systems and decided to put together a package that was more broad-reaching. The new OS is certainly not geared just at the professionals, it's geared at everybody. Sort of taking aim at, again, at Android, iPhone, and even BlackBerry with some of their email integration. It looks to be a very nice package. It doesn't look like anything you'd expect from Microsoft, at least anything you'd expect from Microsoft from years past. It looks to be a very complete, feature-rich operating system, which certainly will have years and years of support. And at the very least, it's a fantastic departure from the antiquated 6.5 architecture that we've seen in the past, which is based on their 5.0 architecture, which is based on Pocket PC. It's really stayed the same. It's taken Microsoft a bit of time to get to this point. Certainly we're 3 years past the introduction of the iPhone. We're a couple years into Android and sort of many, many years into BlackBerry. And we hadn't seen any drastic change to Windows Mobile until this point. So it's going to be a brave new world out there for the smartphone-loving crowd. Around the holidays of this year, we should start seeing the first phones roll out. Prices and carriers, obviously, nobody knows quite yet. So what do you guys think about Windows Phone 7 series? It's quite a lot to say. It looks to be a pretty decent operating system and one I'm looking forward to playing with. So what are your thoughts? Are you going to pick up a device? Are you excited about it? Are you going to wait for a new phone? Or do you have absolutely zero interest? Or maybe you fall somewhere in between. Kind of curious what you have to say. Anyway, I'm John Rentier from TechnoBuffalo, and for all your Windows Phone 7 series updates, be sure to check out the channel and technobuffalo.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.